And we back. It's Jimbo, freaking Limbo. Today we got power forwards. We starting out with Lil Boban Marjanovic. His best days are behind him, but I mean, this man can shoot. It's about it. Give it a buck. It's about all he can do. Next guy might be a little bit of a hot take. I'm gonna put him top. I think he's 11. I'll put him right at 11. I think his touches went down in Atlanta a lot, and then they gave him up for a second round pick, which is just God. Like, what are we doing? Acting like this guy's worth only one second round pick. I mean, we've seen the potential. Maybe something gets tapped in over in the Jazz, but for now, he's at 11. I could definitely see him going top 10 this year, though. Draymond, off of his passing alone, passing and defense, he will always be valuable, especially to that Warriors line. He's a guy you want on your team. You do not want to play against him. And he comes in night out, night in, and he performs. Next up, I'm going to keep it a buck. If I don't know your name, you're probably trash. Trash. I mean, only thing to really say is if they don't make a deep playoff run, then oh shit, right? Giannis has proved season to season how good he really is. And I mean, he's the best. I think he's the best player in the league right now. Aaron freaking Gordon. This guy's a hell of a defender. I mean, the whole playoff run, he was guarding the best guy. And, I mean, not locking him up, but it wasn't easy to score on him. And then it seems like he's getting a highlight every single game. He's yamming on somebody. Nothing but fun to watch, Aaron Gordon. I see Jeremy Grant kind of getting a little bit lower of an offensive load. I think they're going to kind of prioritize the rookies that are coming in. I mean, he's still a solid player. He's 29. He's still a doable power forward in this league. Grant Williams, this is someone I'm relatively high on. I mean, all things considered, I think him on the Mavs is going to be pretty big. I think his impact is going to be a lot bigger than most people are thinking it's going to be. Jabari Smith Jr. I mean, there's not much to say besides maybe that sophomore jump comes in. And I mean, that's about it, really. Just hope that sophomore jump comes in. I mean, the team's better. All we can hope for is that he figures things out a little bit better than last year. Jalen Williams. I mean, he just knows how to use his wingspan very well. He's got a very large wingspan. And his defense is, any team wants that type of defense on their team. Most of his game is his defense. This is Oscar. He averaged 14 rebounds. This guy's going to be a big body power forward. Grab it down. Boards. But he can score a little bit. I do not think his offensive game is going to translate as well. But he'll be a big body. He'll get rebounds. And he'll play good enough defense. JJJ. Very high on JJJ this year. I mean, this is somebody in defensive player conversations every year. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody he can't really guard, at least decently, or at least above average. And offensively, he could do a little bit of everything. He's not the offensive guy, but he can get you a bucket occasionally. He can't not score. But let's talk about scoring. Karl-Anthony Towns, he put up 20 and 8. It seems like his touches are getting less and less, which makes sense with Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards getting better. You do want him to be a little bit more involved, though, all considered how good he was a few years ago. This isn't Kawhi. Kawhi was in the last video, though. Go check it out. This is going to be Robert Covington. He can play defense. That's really it. Kevin Durant. I mean, this is the king of super teams. Hopefully they do something this year. It's kind of laughable if they don't, though. Keegan Murray. He broke the rookie three-point record. He's a very efficient player. And when he gets the ball, he usually... I personally... It's been very few times when I'm watching a Kings game, and he's the one that messes up. I'm not saying he does everything. I'm not saying he does. He's a great player, but he's limiting mistakes, and I think that's huge. Next up, Tingy Pingy. I mean, he was healthy, and look what he did. He put up 23, 8, almost shot 40 from 3. 40% from 3 at his size is nuts. Health is the most important thing, though. If he is not healthy, he is not valuable to that team. That's the biggest thing. And he averaged a steal a game. That's insane. Kuz is up. He'll finish off that 11 through 15. I think his upside is there. The consistency needs to be a little bit better, but this man will go on tears. I'll just randomly peep in and he'll have 18 rebounds and 12 points. I just he's like, I don't even know. Just absurd. K-Love. Love you, K-Love. You're only getting worse every year, man. Only getting worse every year. Might move up to 21 to 25. I doubt it. That's where he's at. Evan Mobley. He's not the third best. Here's the biggest thing. The power forward position is a very limited position. There's not very many people that kind of excel, and there's a lot of people that are in the same category that have different skill sets. So it's kind of hard to make a good list when everyone is pretty, beside these two really are in their own tier. And from here to everyone in 10, you can make a conversation for. And I mean, that's really it. Evan Mobley, though, he did average. He had 16-9, and he averaged a block and a half a game. This is you're getting him for defense. You want him for defense. He can score, and he can crash those boards, and he is a big body. But defense, a block and a half a game. Come on, man. Who doesn't want that? Paulo. I'm expecting them to be a fringe playoff team. Maybe not make the playoffs, maybe play in, but next year for sure a play in playoff. I mean, he 27. I mean, he's shooting all right from 3, about average. I'd like to see that go up a little bit more. And I think if Franz steps it up too, if they both kind of take a little, if they both excel on that next level, this could be a very good team in a few years. Scary team. Patrick Williams. Here's the thing with Patrick Williams. A lot of potential with Patrick Williams. But it has to get tapped into. And I feel like, the defense is already there. His defense is at an NBA level, but I don't think his offense is. There's flashes of it, but it's not there yet. PJ Washington, just a crummy team. He's a good backup, really good backup. Starting wise, I don't think so. Now, some people might not agree with my Randall ranking. I do think he's top 5. I mean, this guy, he shot 20, he averaged 25 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists off of 34%, and he's the guy on the Knicks getting them to the playoffs. I mean, he's the best player on the team, putting up stats like that, shooting well like that. You got to give him his flowers. You got to give him his flowers. Every episode we gotta give a guy some flowers, and today it's gonna be Julius Randle. Jeremy Sohan. Personally, I think it's a lot of empty stats. I do not think he'll. I mean, he's a good defensive player, but offensively, he's going to get overshadowed by Wemby, especially if Wemby does play the power forward, which I think probably will happen after watching some of the preseason games, because it looks like they're running a lot of Zach Collins at center, Wemby at 4, with Sohan at the 3. But I really just think he needs to play his role and try to limit mistakes and just try to be an efficient player. Bang. Pascal Siakam. 24 points, 32, 8, and 6. Another fringe playoff team. I don't know if they're going to be good enough to make the playoffs, but he is the guy on the team again, making the playoffs. He's the big name. That's why he's here. It's deserved. PJ, I love me some PJ Tucker. Roman, we'll move you up. You're a good shooter. You're a valuable shooter. We'll skip Vanderbilt. We'll go to Zion. We'll go to Zine. Biggest thing is health. If he's healthy, he's that much better. You know what? I'm gonna do something. This is the hot take of the day. You ready? John Collins, Zine. I think John Collins is gonna spread his wings. I think he's gonna be really good. Most improved conversations. Zion, preseason, he's looking a little stiff. Not really in shape. Not really moving really well. And health, if he can't play, he's not valuable. So you're gonna force Brandon Ingram to lose in the play-in again. But with him, they make the playoffs probably. It's up to you, Zion. Vanderbilt, I can't even put you up there, bro. I got to. No, I don't. I don't gotta do shit. Okay, love. Fun fact. Every time he makes it to the playoffs, he gets to the finals. So the key is that he just got to get to the playoffs, and they're guaranteed to get to the chip. It's as simple as that. Well, thank you for watching. That's my list. I think it's a pretty okay list.